Hi guys, in today's how-to video I want to explain the importance of getting your gun up as quickly and as high as you can to engage the next target or the next target arrays under different circumstances. One of the ways to gain a lot of time on a training or match stage is to make sure that as soon as you possibly can, make sure that the gun is up, pointed, not only in the direction of the next target you want to engage, but already pointed on the exact location, area where you want to aim your iron sights or your red dot to engage the target, so that you avoid stepping into the shooting position, then to bring up your gun, and then to get an acceptable sight picture to engage the target. This is again, oftentimes something that I observe, especially with beginner and intermediate shooters. They will do as follows. We are coming from up range, we are getting down range, and we actually need to get into a shooting position, which is now visualized by a shooting box, and they need to engage two targets right in front of you and one to the right hand side. And what they'll do is they will look and they will get into the shooting box to then bring up their gun, get an acceptable sight picture, engage, and then turn around to then continue the movement on the stage. Now, if you waste too much time by focusing yourself continuously on the ground to see where you need to go, and you don't bring up your gun, you lose a lot of time. Yes, you have to pick and aim for the location where you want to engage the next targets, but you don't need to focus on it. So as soon as you know that you're going to enter into the position, even before your second foot is set on the ground, you need to make sure that your gun is up, so you need to engage. Your eyes will transition to the next target, your gun will follow, and as soon as you engage the second target and the second round, you're already in movement for the continuation on the stage. So make sure that as soon as possible that your gun is up, and as soon, obviously, make sure that if your gun is up, that your finger is off the trigger until the moment that you are really wanting to engage the target, because otherwise you will get a warning, or even worse, a DQ. So here I'm moving, finger off the trigger, I'm stepping into the box, and before my second foot touches ground, my gun is already up, and on the spot that I want to engage, I'm going to engage the target, transition over, engage the second target, and before the second round is off, I'm already moving to continue the stage. So, gun up as soon as possible, not only on the target, but on the spot that you want to shoot and engage the target on. Before I explain the next scenario to underline the importance of bringing your gun up as soon as possible to engage the next targets, I want to do a very quick shout out and thank you to one of my IPSC trainers and fellow open division shooter, Willie, who gave me and demonstrated the tip to me a couple of weeks ago. So thank you, Willie. For this scenario, that's the downrange area, and this is a wall. The windows do not count. I just want to use it as a demonstration and an example to show you and explain you the importance of bringing your gun up. Also, when there are walls or barricades in front of it, you need to know in advance where the next targets are, and also the engagement order. I'm going to use the wall as an index, as a cue to identify the location where I need to bring up my gun. So here I'm going to shoot the lower target and then transition up to the upper target. And the cue here is the corner of this window under the assumption that it's closed. This is my cue, so even before I get there, I'm gonna point my gun to that location, so I'm not gonna keep it up, I'm not gonna keep it completely down, I'm gonna point it at the location that I pre-identified in my walkthrough and that I have integrated in my stage plan and I visualized. And here my gun needs to be up, and as soon as I break the barricade or the wall, I'm in the right location to engage the target, to then transition to the upper target to engage that one. What I'm not gonna do is, I'm not gonna come here and then bring up the gun, because I lose valuable fractions of time. In the assumption that there's no lower target, only an upper target, my cue is on the wall or the barricade is gonna be this duct tape area. So I know that the target is at that height, so I'm gonna bring up my gun, finger of the trigger, past on this duct tape level, and as soon as my gun breaks this area and I see the target, I'm gonna engage it. So I'm not losing any time. My gun is up on the target as soon as I break the wall or the target. And another quick tip, because nowadays, especially for safety reasons, a lot of walls and especially barricades have somewhat of a see-through mesh, so the RO can oversee the stage to ensure that nobody is left behind on the stage when a shooter is online and the beep is given. But that enables us as a shooter to also see through the barricade to look at our next target. So if there's a see-through barricade, you can already imagine that this is see-through. This is the area. I can actually bring my gun up even sooner without my finger being on the trigger, because I know my next target is gonna pop out here as soon as I break the wall or the barricade. So use the see-through capabilities of the different walls and barricades to index and to focus already on the aiming point where you want to engage the next target, so that as soon as you turn a corner, as soon as you turn a barricade or a wall, that the gun is immediately in line with the exact location you want to engage the target at. And this is how you can also gain a lot of time on training and match stages.